Hi everybody, here's a video to show you how to take to Design Space the new SVG files to create this lovely, I'm calling it a terrarium. It's like one of those glass display things that you quite often see cacti or succulents in, but I've used mine to create this little flower arrangement which sits on a half dome of florist foam, and the flowers are threaded onto wires. You get this lovely flower included with it. It's like it's a three-part flower, quite a long messy stamen, and then the pointed petals in the middle, and then the more curved outer petals. I've got some in a different colour, you can see. I did some in shades of pink and some in shades of orange, and there's a close-up. You can perhaps see the two-colour one better there. You can make yours any way you like. They're all separate, so I did some that were just all purple petals and yellow stamens, and then I did two shades of purple with stamens to match one of the colours, but you can really mix and match these any way you like. I really love this flower. I think it would look nice made bigger as well, and perhaps in a little vase. So there you can see it's the terrarium has a window at the front, a solid window at the front. This is filled with PVC or acetate, and then the flowers just peep out at the sides, but mostly they're kept within the confines of the terrarium. You can do whatever you like with it. If you want yours to be spilling out, and you could even hang this up and have them trailing, couldn't you? That would look lovely. But I've created mine so it more or less stays within the frame of the terrarium. That's the view from the back. At the back you've got two solid windows joined together, the sides are open, and then at the front you've just got that one window that you look through. And the base is made with the lower walls are made with windows as well, but if you wanted you could contour out the window whole and just make them solid walls. There's lots of scope for personalization with this one, I think, for you to make it however you want to do. Alright, so let's go to Design Space and we'll bring it in and take a look at it. We'll look at the flower first because it's super easy. There it is. So the actual SVG is set up so that the petals are both the same colour and the stamen is a contrasting colour, but you can actually change these any way you like. Just select the petal that you're going to change the colour of, make it a different colour if you want to, any way you like, any way you want to do it. It's set up with 2 leaves for each flower. I think that's enough, but obviously if you want more you can cut more. I've put in the instructions that I estimate that to fill the terrarium as I have done you'll need between 26 and 30 flowers, so that's what you would need to cut, but I just want to show you a better way of setting them up, because we'll just hit make it. I'm not going to save it. We want 26, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to hit apply, and then I would choose A4. You'd choose it, most likely to choose A4 or letter, aren't you? Because you're going to make your flowers out of something fairly light, and usually that's letter size or A4 size, isn't it? So I'm going to choose A4. I'm in Europe. I'm going to choose A4 for every colour. Those bits too. Right, and so we all know this about Design Space now, don't we? When it lays things out on the mat, it treats each of the things as if they actually fill that black triangular border. Can I just zoom in? You can see that black line that's around the shape. Whereas we know we can actually slot things together like that and save a lot more space. So you could do that at this stage, but really I think the best time to do it is on your canvas, because you can set it up, save it in that arrangement, and then you're sorted. So I'm going to copy and paste that one, and I'm going to pop it there, and then I'm going to copy and paste them again. I'm just doing it on my keyboard. I'm on Design Space for desktop, so I tend to use a lot of keyboard strokes. I think we can get about 5 on a page if I remember. Obviously I've made this a few times now. How tall is that? Oh no, that would work. Right, so I'm going to attach those. Attaches at the bottom of my layers panel here, and then I'm going to copy and paste that again, and I'm going to slot it there like that. What height does that give now? That is still within the maximum cutting length, pardon me, for an A4. We'll just see how it fits. So I'm going to attach those because I think I'm going to try copying and pasting all of those and see what size image I end up with. 18.04 by 27. Yeah, that fits within an A4. Maximum cutting size on an A4 is 19.7 by 28.3. So that's well within. So I would select those and attach, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 6 is 24. I've got 24 flowers there. I don't think that would quite be enough actually. But so what did it do? Was it going to give us 2 sheets before? I can't remember. It really just depends. You might be using 12 by 12 as well, in which case you'll definitely get all 24 on one sheet. But if you want to stack them up, that's the way to do it. I wouldn't bother with these because they're pretty much a rectangular shape anyway. Design Space will set those out economically enough. And I wouldn't bother with the leaves either because they'll be fine. But I might do it with this one as well. Oops-a-daisy. Distorted it there. I'm just selecting both and then I'm going copy and paste on my keyboard. I'll just show you it on screen so you've got all of them. You could use your duplicate button up here, or you can right click on it and copy is there and paste is there. So it's Control X, Control V, sorry, Control C, Control V, which I'm sure people who use a computer like I do will be very familiar with anyway. We won't get, I don't think, yeah, way too long. Might only get 4 on this one. Yes, much too long. Still. Yeah, so it's only 4 on that one. Let's just zoom in again. We'll move down here out of the way. Let's just see what length that makes. 27.2, yes, that's within it, but we might end up being... I'll just attach them and try. But of course, we have only got... That fits. 19... Ooh, we'd have to just nudge those other ones over a little bit. Just using my arrow keys on the keyboard to do that. 19.4, yeah, that fits now, so we could attach all those, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good. So you got 20 there. So you would still need more than one sheet, but if you're cutting from 12 by 12, obviously you can stack a lot more up. And at this point, excuse me, I would save it, and then when you come to cut it again, all this has already been done. You don't need to worry about stepping these up yourself because they're economical shapes anyway, and Design Space will do a fine job with those. So if we go to make it now, yes, but you will have to duplicate them on screen. So we would go, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 5s are 20, and we've got 24 there. I would actually do 26 of those because I think you're going to need at least 26 flowers, and then you might need to do more than one sheet of each of these. That's probably the best way to do it. So we've got 1, and then I'm just going to hit duplicate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then I'm going to select those if it'll let me and duplicate those. 2 13s are 26. And same with these, you need 2 leaves and a little sepal for each one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we'll duplicate them again. 2 13s are 26. So you've got all the stamens and the leaves and the sepals that you need, and you would maybe just cut 2 sheets of these or step them up on 12 by 12, in which case you just need 1 sheet of 12 by 12 for each, which is pretty good really, I think, for 26 flowers. That's not bad going. So if we make these, we can choose A4 for those. Yeah, so 2 sheets of A4, or what happens if we choose letter? Yeah, 2 sheets of A4 or letter for the stamens. Two sheets of letter, and it will be 2 sheets of A4 as well for the leaves and the sepals. We know now that we can pick A4 for those. We know that we can choose A4 for that as well. But again, as I say, if you are using A4 or letter, you'd need to cut those twice anyway. But that's just to show you how you can step the petals up to save a lot of space and be a bit more economical with your cut. Right, I'm not going to cut them, so I'll cancel that and I'll take that off screen, and now we'll bring in the actual terrarium. I'll just go back and be a little bit slower there. I do it from scratch because people ask me sometimes to show you how it comes into Design Space. Remember, these are cut file SVGs, so upload. You still have to click on upload image, which is a bit confusing, I know, because these are not images, they're streams of code. But upload image anyway, browse, navigate to where it is on your system. I'm already there because I've been doing this a bit today. Select the file you want, click open, at least on PC, and then at this, and you don't need to do anything then at any window. Nothing needs cleaning up or changing. Just keep clicking the upload button. It lands on your canvas already selected. This is a multi-part file now, and it's got score lines, so it's a little bit different to the flower. So it's there, it's selected. Your first step is just to ungroup it. I'm using a desktop version for PC, as I said. For me, ungroup is at the top of the layers panel. That lets you see the two groups inside, and the top group will always contain the lines that need converting to score. We can't make them come in already set to score. This is not like a Cricut Access project. You've just got to do this little step yourself. So select that top group, go to your operations menu, click on where it says basic cut, because at the moment they are cuts. If you cut that as it is, it will slice everything into tiny pieces. So you click on basic cut and then choose score from the list that's underneath. And because there's more than one set, we can see it's there on 8 pieces. We need to ungroup it, and that gives us the 8 score lines. Then select the group that's underneath, which is all the coloured cut pieces, and simply ungroup them. And so now everything on canvas is a separate piece, and we can attach the score lines to the individual pieces that they relate to. You've got to do it one by one. If you select everything and attach it, Design Space will tell you that the project is not compatible with your machine, but that's just because it thinks it's an enormous single cut. Quickest way to do that, click on canvas somewhere near a piece, drag a box to more or less enclose one piece and its scores, and then attach. Attach for me is at the bottom of the layers panel. Do that, whoops a daisy, do that for every piece on screen that's got scores. I'm on my PC, as I said, using the desktop version. Alt-A is the shortcut there, just a little bit quicker than moving your mouse around all the time. But all I'm doing is attaching. Lovely. Right, so we'll click make it. It's quite a big sort of display is this thing. I tend to use PVC in A3 sheets, so I'll show you what that would look like for the PVC, and you could of course move things around. We could take that one from there. There is a link to the PVC I use in the PDF of instructions. That's it only if you want to use A3, because obviously you'd need the long mat if you were, but if you did, this is what you'd do. So you can interlock those to save a bit of space. That won't quite go down there, but that one will move up there. You won't get all of them on though, so you would need 2 sheets. So let's say if you're not using A3, then it's most likely to be A4 or letter, because that tends to be what these come in. But again, you can see that we can move that one down there and then move that and pop it on that one. And again, if you're saving this as a project, I would do all this on canvas and save it. So let's just, shall we do that? And then we're having a look at it again. So if you weren't using A3 acetate or PVC sheets actually like they are, like I do, then you're going to be using A4, and because all these pieces will cut from A4 or letter, what I would do is I would bring a shape in, unlock the padlock so we can make it ununiform shapes. And again, the maximum cutting size for A4, I'm just talking about European sizes for now, is 19.7 by 28.3. Right, we'll just send that to the back. So let's think about cutting the acetate first. So we're going to take that one. Oops, I changed the size of that then. We'll turn that one round. So all I've done with this black shape is I've got a shape on canvas, which is the maximum cutting area I'm going to get out of an A4. So you can, when you're lining these up, go right to the edges, as long as you don't go beyond it. I just went a little bit beyond it there. You can always check by checking the size of it after, but just to be easy so you don't have to keep going back. I don't think we'll get one of those on there. No, we won't. We'll put that back over there. So you're going to get two of those on an A4, so I would attach those. Then our next A4, we can use that. We'll definitely get one of those on at least, won't we? Pop that there. Will we get another one on if we turn it around? Maybe that way. Yeah, that can just go over there a tiny bit. So can that. Oops. Bring that one down a bit. Select those three and attach them. That's our next A4. And then we just need three of these. I think we might just squeeze three onto here, don't you? Yeah, easily. Move that. Attach those three. So I'm just looking at, so letter is 216 by 279. I'm pretty sure that those layouts, yeah, they would definitely. Ooh, 27.3. You would be able to just squeeze it on, but you've got the extra depth there, so you might get 4 lower wall windows on a letter. But that's the way to do it. Bring a shape in, make it the maximum cutting size of your the sheet, that whatever you're using, and then you can lay things out on canvas. And then the next time you come to make it, that's already done. You don't need to keep swapping things around on the mats once you've hit make it. It's definitely it's a bit time consuming, but it saves time in the long run because you're probably going to make it more than once, aren't you? So then we've got the actual card walls where the windows stick, and let's just see. Yeah, those two fit together easily actually. Move it over there a bit. Move that. Attach those two. That's one A4. Then we've got this. These are the bases, the actual bases of the terrarium, the bottom sections. Let's just see if that will. I don't think it will actually. Yeah, because the windows obviously are a bit smaller than the actual pieces. No, we won't get that on there. So that would be another A4. You might, if you were using letter, I can't go through every paper size, can I? It would be tedious for people who are watching. But this is how to do it. You just bring in a shape that's your maximum cutting size, lay things out, attach them, and then you're good to go next time you come to make it. It's super quick. If we move that down there, can we squeeze one in there? These are actually quite big pieces, these lower wall sections. It's not a tiny gift, obviously. It's a decent sized thing. It's about 10.5 inches high. Really nice display actually. Ooh. We turn it like that. We can. Very good. And that would only work, of course, if you're not using pattern card. If your card has a pattern. Oh, in fact, no, it wouldn't matter because that's the bottom of the box anyway. Nobody would see it. So we'll attach those. Or have I attached too many? No. Just those three I want, don't I? So that's 1, 2, 3 sheets of A4, all letter. I think with the extra depth you'd get it on letter as well. Don't know if we'll get 3 of these on though. We'll try. Oops. Got to be careful, haven't you, when you're moving things around that you don't just distort them a bit. I can turn that one round. Put the straight edges there. No. Don't think so. We'll do what we did before. No. I'll select that and those and we'll line them left just to make sure we're absolutely using the maximum space we've got. And then I'll zoom in. Oh, ho, ho. I've got to start smoking cigars. I love it when a plan comes together. There's that one. Get rid of that and we can attach those 3. Showing me age there, I'm talking about the A-team. So, to make the card pieces, you'd need 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of A4 for sure, and I think possibly letter because you've got that extra width to play with, and then you'd need 1, 2, 3 sheets of PVC or acetate, whichever one you decide to use. I think they both work really well. So we can now make that, and as we can see there, without even thinking about it much, we're going to need 7 sheets of A4, and I think it would work on letter as well. Yeah, fab. That's quite good. Okay, so I think that's all I need to show you. If I've forgotten anything, comment on the video, and I'll I'll sort that out in the comments, or I'll even upload another video if I have to. But I think that's covered everything. If you do have any difficulties when you come to cut or assemble it, please always get in touch first. I'm always happy to help. No question is a silly one, and there might be something wrong. There isn't usually, but if there is, I want to fix it. So please don't hesitate to get in touch. The way to contact me is given in the description below this video. You can contact me by Facebook or Etsy, whichever's easy for you. And if you just stumbled across this video and you'd like to buy the SVG, there's a link to do that there as well. Don't forget, if you're purchasing 3 or more SVG files at one time from the Tanglecraft Studio Etsy shop, the link is in the description, you can use the 30 for 3 discount code to get 30% off your total purchase. This offer runs all the time, but you need to use that code when you check out. And if you haven't already joined the Tanglecraft Studio Facebook group, join now to get any special Etsy discount codes issued to group members and to take advantage of the free SVG files I give away in the group from time to time. The link to the group is in the description. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.